Hi, I'm Bruce Naylor, and welcome to this week's edition of the Frugal Technology Show. I'm your host, Bruce Naylor, and every week we're talking about small business technology, how to make money with technology, how to save money with technology, and sometimes technology you need to stay away from. Every week our show has a theme, and this week we're talking about some things you can do in your small business to help ensure privacy of your customers. It's personally identifiable information that may be available on your computer network, might be available through the internet. An article by Monte Inbisk through the Microsoft Small Business website came to my attention. I really like some of the information that he's passing on. So here we go. The name of his article is Get Serious About Privacy, 6 Tips for Small Business. So the article goes on to say you owe it to your customers and employees to protect them from ID theft. Boy, you sure do. There's scams, there's fraud, there's all kinds of bad things out there happening on the internet. And there's some best practices that you can follow to help you obey the law, keep your customers happy, and keep your business thriving in these times. So number one is to take inventory of personal information that you collect and that you store. Privacy analysts recommend compiling a written inventory of the personal identifiable information that you collect, such as social security numbers, email addresses, all that sort of thing. And, for example, does your website use cookies to capture information? If so, what about who visits your site? And know any contracts and agreements that you have with other businesses, and any trade secrets of other businesses that you may possess and that would constitute sensitive information. So take stock of just what information you're collecting and who you're sharing that information with. Now, number two is to analyze how safely you use and store this data. Believe it or not, many small businesses, are known to store that information on their customers on their customer-facing website, and those things can be really hacked very easily. So many others allow their employees unfettered access to such data. Still, there are others who are nonchalant, really, about sending spreadsheets containing this personally identifiable information, or PII, unencrypted over the internet via email. Bad mistake. Don't do that. The next tip is make sure you're complying with industry or federal laws. Now, strong privacy policies and practices may be mandatory if your business is governed by certain government regulations. For example, there's what's known as HIPAA, which is the Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act. There's the Gramm-Leach-Bliley Act. There's CPNI, which stands for Customer Proprietary Network Information. There's PCI DSS, which is the Payment Card Security Standard, Payment Card Industry Security Standard. That's kind of a tongue twister for me. And then you also have the European Union on Data Protection, as well as Sarbanes-Oxley. So you may want to pay attention to how you're in compliance with all these things. Number 4, post a privacy policy that is clear and comprehensive. A handful of states have their own privacy laws, and some of the things that you should be looking for is posting is whether you buy or sell emailing lists, have any sharing of personally identifiable information in co-marketing agreements with your partners, whether your website uses cookies or not, information for customers to contact your business and how to be removed from a list, and if you sell online, how that you comply with the payment card industry security standards. Also, have your policy reviewed by an attorney or by a privacy seal program. It's wise to get outside opinion on your privacy policy, either from an attorney or from a privacy expert. Another option is using an online privacy service such as Trust, as capital T-R-U-S-T and a lowercase e, or the Better Business Bureau online. And finally, if you have employees, make sure that their personal information is protected as well. Common sense, but make sure that you do it. It's way easy to overlook that data. as most privacy policies deal more strongly with customer information and your clients. But make sure you're protecting your protecting your employees well. I think that's some really good tips on how to handle that kind of data.